And again, I say this is the floor. Counties can do more, but here's the confusion we have right now. Last week, a list of supposed sanctuary cities or counties were put out. Many of those were counties in Minnesota that had gone above and beyond. Their sheriffs said it put them at risk because they were doing that. They were sharing information and doing what they're supposed to do. It's a coordination issue.
But you said in your answer it's only if they've been convicted of crimes that
or a judicial warrant. Or a judicial warrant. That's correct, after due process has been served.
Welcome back to Hot News Today, everyone. I've just watched one of the sharpest and most controlled takedowns I've seen in a congressional hearing in a long time. And yes, Virginia Foxx absolutely owned that exchange. From the moment the questioning started, Virginia Foxx didn't waste a second. Foxx went straight for the facts, straight for accountability, and straight for the issues Minnesotans, and honestly, all Americans, deserve answers on. What we just saw was a masterclass in staying composed while confronting real failures in leadership. And the best part? Foxx wasn't emotional, she wasn't flustered, she was prepared. The questions about the massive COVID fraud scandal, the failure to properly cooperate with ICE, and the misuse of taxpayer dollars were all direct, well-framed, and impossible for Governor Walz to dance around. If you enjoy honest political breakdowns, real reactions, and commentary without sugarcoating, then make sure you like this video, subscribe to Hot News Today, and hit that notification bell so you never miss what's really happening in Washington. All right, let's get into it.
Fraud uncovered in the Feeding Our Future case represents the blatant betrayal of public trust. The FBI will not allow criminals to rob federal programs and walk away unscathed. We'll expose their schemes, dismantle their networks, and ensure they face the full weight of justice. Do you support the federal government's efforts to bring to justice those who stole federal taxpayer money at the expense of hungry children in your state?
Thank you, Dr. Foxx, wholeheartedly. And this is a great example. When the federal government works with the state, we reported it, they prosecuted them, they are in prison.
So do you support federal efforts to bring to justice those who commit federal crimes in Minnesota?
I most certainly do.
Okay. Does Minnesota honor ICE detainer request?
Congresswoman, thank you for the question. I've been making sure I get my opportunity here. Minnesota follows all federal law. State law requires, and I would say the state law requires all state and county facilities to ask for immigration status when a convicted felon is committed and tells DHS if they're undocumented. All state facilities. DOC calls DHS before a convicted felon leaves prison. We have a controlled handover.
How can we be sure that your state is serious about cooperating with the federal government to enforce our immigration laws?
We do it on a daily basis, Congresswoman. And again, I say this is the floor. Counties can do more, but here's the confusion we have right now. Last week, a list of supposed sanctuary cities or counties were put out. Many of those were counties in Minnesota that had gone above and beyond. Their sheriffs said it put them at risk because they were doing that. They were sharing information and doing what they're supposed to do. It's a coordination issue.
But you said in your answer it's only if they've been convicted of crimes that
or a judicial warrant. Or a judicial warrant. That's correct, after due process has been served.
So that you don't cooperate if they're illegally here and the ICE comes to get them?
If they have gone through the process, Congresswoman, and they have received due process, and ICE's job is to come and get them. It's what I've been saying all day.
But if they're here illegally, then they're here illegally. There's no, they've broken the law already.
Many are here as asylum seekers. They've overstayed a visa.
I have another question to ask you, Governor. As I've said before in this committee, innocent American taxpayers are collateral damage in the Democrats' pursuit of open border policies. Americans pay with their wallets, their safety, and all too often their lives. This is unacceptable. I'm sure you're aware, Governor, that your state has spent hundreds of millions of state taxpayer dollars to address the surge of illegal aliens in Minnesota. Are you also aware of any NGOs operating in your state that provide services to illegal aliens, and have those NGOs received any federal funding?
I can't answer that at this time. I don't have it in front of me.
Well, We have to end the shameful practice of NGOs working against immigration law enforcement efforts. That's why I introduced H.R. 245, the Grant Integrity and Border Security Act, to stop NGOs who work against U.S. laws from receiving a single cent of taxpayer funds. Americans should never tolerate a government that uses their own tax money against them. And Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Now that we've seen the full exchange, let's talk about what actually happened, because Virginia Foxx didn't just ask questions. Foxx exposed contradictions, weak justifications, and evasiveness from Governor Walz. First, Foxx set the tone by bringing up the Feeding Our Future COVID fraud scandal, a staggering $250 million stolen while children in Minnesota were supposed to be fed. Foxx laid out the facts cleanly: convictions, FBI statements, the scale of the fraud, and the betrayal of taxpayers. This wasn't political theater. Foxx was demanding accountability for something that happened on Walz's watch. And when Foxx asked Governor Walz whether he supports prosecuting those involved, Walz gave the easy yes answer. But Foxx didn't stop there. Foxx immediately pivoted to the real issue. Does Minnesota actually cooperate with federal authorities on crime and immigration enforcement? This is where Foxx shined the brightest. Virginia Foxx pressed Walz on ICE detainer cooperation, and Walz tried to hide behind state law and after due process. But Foxx caught the key problem. Walz's policy only supports cooperation after a felony conviction, meaning Minnesota isn't helping remove illegal entrants until after the damage is done. Foxx wasn't rude. Foxx wasn't combative. Foxx was simply logical. If someone is here illegally, they're already breaking federal law. If ICE needs them detained, why wait until a felony is committed? Why is the state more focused on protecting the process than protecting the public? Those were the questions Walz could not answer clearly. Then came one of Foxx's strongest moments, calling out the fact that Minnesota taxpayers are shelling out hundreds of millions of dollars to deal with illegal immigration, all because leadership won't cooperate fully with federal authorities. When Foxx asked whether NGOs in Minnesota are receiving federal money while aiding illegal immigration, Walz admitted he had no answer. That right there tells you everything. Foxx was prepared. The governor wasn't. And Foxx wrapped it all up with a call for integrity, introducing H.R. 245, a bill to ensure taxpayer money doesn't go to NGOs working against U.S. immigration laws. No drama. No theatrics. Just solutions. This was Virginia Foxx doing what too many politicians refuse to do. Speak directly. Ask tough questions. And demand accountability. Governor Walz tried to evade, redirect, and soften the reality, but Foxx kept steering the conversation back to what matters: taxpayer protection, public safety, and the rule of law. Pure, steady, disciplined oversight. Exactly what we need more of in Congress.